Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer, and you're working out with me this morning in a level 1 workout, which means it's not super hard. This is an energy boost. It's going to work your entire body, but it's only going to take about 11 minutes or so. So go ahead and stand up for me. Let's warm up. Get your shoulders back. Stand up real tall. Tuck in your tailbone. Sort of squeeze your ab muscles, and then you're going to do something called a toy soldier. So you're going to kind of march in place, but instead of lifting your knees, which is my generally preferred march, you're going to kick your legs up, keeping your legs straight, flexing your foot, and sort of activating the back of the leg, your hamstring, as you lift the legs straight up. Right? It's kind of like a toy soldier. You're going to swing your arms forward and back. Let's make sure that you breathe, start getting a breathing rhythm going. We won't be making this super aerobic, but we will definitely want to accentuate and really, move with a purpose in terms of our diaphragmatic breathing. In through your nose real deeply and out through your mouth. Very good. In through your nose and out through your mouth again. Awesome. Okay, now spread your legs and plant your feet double shoulder width apart. Clasp your hands over your head. Now, keeping your back straight, you're going to rotate down to the right, swinging through the hip joint, touch your fingers on the floor, and back up to the left. Again, down to the right, and up to the left. Now let's switch directions. We're going to go down to the left, up to the right, and last time, down to the left and up to the right. Okay, we're going to be doing some ballet squats this week. The first ballet position, if you will, is where your heels touch, your toes are out. Your arms are going to extend out through your shoulder joint and out to the sides, palms facing out. Take a deep breath in, contract the muscles in your legs, right? Your feet are gripping the floor on all four corners. You're going to squat down just 3 or 4 inches and bring one hand sort of forward and make kind of a circle as you bring it around to the side and back out. And then the second squat, you're going to go down, and let's do the other side. So you're just alternating your sort of inward arm bend and then back out. The upper body portion of the plie, if you will. A couple more seconds. We call this a first position demi plie, in fact. And you've got 3 seconds left. We're going to start moving a little bit faster now. Take it up to a little bit of a jog, and I want to get your knees up. If you can jog. If you can't, that's fine. Just do a high knee walk, a march or a walk, and keep swinging those arms forward and back. But if you can, if you're aerobically inclined to do so and you are able, take it up to a jog. You're halfway through, 15 seconds left before we go down to the floor. 10 seconds now, you're doing great. And remember, this entire workout is about 11 minutes. We're doing 2 sets of 6 moves, 30 seconds, roughly 30 seconds for each move, each position that we're in. The next move is on our hands. We're going to do a plank on our hands. Go ahead and lower your body now down to the floor. And if you need to start on your knees, that's fine, but your hands should be directly underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to be resting on the balls of your feet, gripping the floor with your toes for 30 seconds. This is just a simple plank. Your feet are fairly close together, but if you need to, if you're not strong enough, you can widen your foot stance in order to develop a stronger stability, stronger base. You can also even lower yourself to your knees as long as you're making kind of a 45-degree angle with the floor. Your abs are engaged. You've got 6 seconds left. So it's not as much of a plank, but it is a plank. Okay, now you're going to actually do a reverse plank. So we're very focused on abs here today. Turn yourself over, plant your hands back on the floor directly underneath your shoulders. Only your chest is your hips and chest are lifted, and you're resting on your heels. Again for 30 seconds. Your feet are close together, but again with the plank on the reverse side, if you need to widen your foot stance just a little bit in order to give yourself a little more stability, that's fine. Now there isn't a sort of a corresponding version where you get to cheat a little bit, like on your knees with the reverse plank, but it's also not quite as challenging. You're almost finished. Hang in there. We're going to lay down and work the hips a little bit in a bridge. Actually, we're not really doing much of the work part today because these are largely positions that are stationary. Go ahead and lower your body down to the floor. Your head is on the floor, your back is on the floor, your knees are bent, your feet are on the floor, shoulder width apart, toes and heels pressing into the floor, hands down by your sides. Now lift your hips up and breathe for 30 seconds. So it's the moving part coupled with the controlled sort of muscular isometric contraction part that start adding the difficulty, and that's where we'll progress through the week. But of course, we have a short week this week. It's a 4-day week instead of a 5-day week, so we're going to skip from 1 to 2 to 4 to 5. All right, our Wednesday workout will be a 4 level, and then Thanksgiving Day, if you're in the United States, of course, you're celebrating Thanksgiving, and we are doing our level 5 workout on Thursday. Okay, now I want you to do a bicycle crunch. Now your hands are behind your head, elbows wide. Don't bring your elbows too close to your ears, your hands too close to your ears. And now reach across your body, elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee, and back and forth for 30 seconds. This is a bicycle crunch, working the side abdominals, and of course keeping your heart rate up and going a little bit. And if you're really squeezing those abs, you are getting a little bit of back work in, and of course you're getting a little bit of hip work in. So your hips, this sort of midsection of your body is our focus, which is apropos, of course, given that it's Thanksgiving week and we'll all be eating a lot more than we normally do. You know, I actually read that some people eat double what they normally eat in one day on Thanksgiving Day. Some even a little bit more, but double is about, what is expected of a lot of people. Okay, stand back up for me. Take a deep breath. Bring those heels together again, toes out, as far out as you can without making yourself unstable in terms of your balance. Your arms are out to your sides. As you take a deep breath in, lower the body, squat down about 5 or 6 inches. One arm comes forward into that plie sort of arm bend, and then back out as you exhale and lift up, and then alternate the sides in terms of your upper body, and keep your demi-plie, first position demi-plie. Keep it going. It's dynamic, but I do want you to make sure that you're squeezing your glutes rather, as you lift back up, that you're pressing into the floor with your feet. You're really sort of focusing on the connection that you have with your floor surface. That is so important, because when you're doing workouts in your bare feet, which hopefully you are, you get to use the foot muscles, and in your shoes you hardly ever get to do that. So we really like to emphasize that connection that you make with your foot and the floor, and you take control of it. You're gonna reap some really amazing rewards, I promise. Okay, high knees, either jogging or walking. Get it going. 30 seconds. Swing the arms forward and back. Keep your chest high. Your shoulders are back. Tuck in your tailbone. Keep your abs engaged. And it took me about 10 seconds to say that, so you're almost halfway finished already. Very nice. Coming up on our final 10 seconds here, and we'll go back down to the floor to finish up. 4 moves left. It's 9 minutes and counting here. You're doing great. It's a Monday. I know that means that, you've got the week on your mind. Plank on your hands is next. Go ahead and get down to the floor. And make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Your butt is down. Resting on the toes. 30 seconds is going. And so there's a lot to deal with. And of course, it's a short week for most of us. It's a 3-day week. In fact, if you have children that are young and you have to pick them up early from school on Wednesday because schools close early, you may be looking at, like myself, more of like a 2.5-day work week than a 3-day work week. And it's a little nuts, got a lot to deal with here. turn yourself over. Let's do that reverse plank. We are 30 seconds now into the plank. We're going to do another 30-second plank with your body facing up. Let's start that 30-second increment now. Make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Make sure that your hips are high, your abs are engaged, and that you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Keep it going. You've got 2 moves after this. We're going to go a little past the 11 minutes, but we will be finished by 12, I hope. If we get you finished up here, we're going to do a hip bridge next. So when I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, remember, move fast. We'll hurry it up here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Hands by your sides, feet on the floor, up into your hip bridge. Awesome. Breathe. Get high up on those shoulders. Squeeze your glutes, press your toes into the floor. That activates those muscles up the back of your leg so that your quads don't absorb all of your body weight. It's very, very important that you do that. You heed this warning, because when you press your heels into the floor, you allow your toes to sort of float upwards a little bit. Your back and your thighs take more of the body weight than they should. All right, last move coming up, 3 seconds here. And it's a bicycle crunch. So opposite knee to elbow. Make sure your elbows stay far away from your ears. And you're twisting back and forth. Another 20 seconds. I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer from InShape Fitness in New York City. I hope that you have a really, really great day. And tomorrow we will be back with our level 2 workout. Same moves, just a little bit harder. Have a great day.